welcome once again in the class of design of steel structure. We are learning the tension members, how to design, and the specifications for the same. So we'll continue with the same. I'm Mr. S. Sogule, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department. So far we have seen what is the tension member, what are the specifications, and how the net effective area has been calculated for the different members. So now the design of the tension member. So tension member subjected to axial load. So the following procedure may be followed in the design of axial loaded tension member. So first step is the A net area required, that is A net to carry the design load P is obtained by the equation, that is P equals to sigma AT into A net. So we know what is the value of sigma AT. We have seen in the permissible stresses. So sigma AT is nothing but the 0.6 into Fy, as we have seen over here, 0.6 Fy. So the net area calculated thus is increased by suitably by 25 to 40% to compute the cross sectional area from the IS handbook number 1 or the steel table. The suitable section or sections providing the cross sectional area greater than the computed cross sectional area is selected. So by using this steel table you can find the member which is having more cross sectional area than required. The number of rivets required to make the connection is calculated. These are arranged in a suitable pattern and the net area of the section provided is calculated. This should be more than the net area calculated in this step, that is step 1. And last is the slenderness ratio of the member is checked as per specification, as we have seen earlier. So this is as far as the procedure of the tension member subjected to the axial load. Now the problem. So a tie member in a bracing system consists of two angles, that is ISA 150 by 115 into 10. Fy is given, that is 250 Newton per mm square, with long legs connected to a gusset plate by 18 mm diameter rivets, such a way that each angle section is reduced in a section by one rivet hole only. Determine the tensile strength of the member if we have the different conditions over here. The first condition is the angles are connected on the same side of the gusset plate, 12 mm thick and tack riveted. So this is the first condition. Second, the angles are connected on the opposite side of the gusset plate, 12 mm thick and tack riveted. And last condition is what is if the effect on tensile strength of the member if the angles are not tack riveted. So in first case they are on the same side, in second case they are on the opposite or either side, either means on both sides, and third is what is the effect on the tensile strength of the member if the angles are not tack riveted. So above both the cases are tack riveted and in third case it is not the tack riveted. So to begin with, the nominal diameter, that is phi, equals to 18 mm, and we know the gross diameter D is 18 plus 1.5, that is 19.5 mm. So from the steel table I have drawn the properties of this particular member. The A is 500 and 5164 mm square. So the area of connected legs, that is A1. So 2, that is we are having this, considering the first case, so they are on the same side. So 2 into 150 into 19.5. So basically the long leg is connected to a gusset plate, so that's why this long leg is connected to a gusset plate. So 150 minus 19.5, that is the deduction of this rivet hole, minus 10 by 2, that is the thickness, it is 10 mm thick. So 10 by 2 into 10. So we are getting the deduction for the rivet hole as well as deduction for the this particular corner, that is the triangular section, into this thickness. So we are getting here 2510 mm square the area of the particular connected link. Now the area of outstanding link. So A2 is again 2, that is for two angles, 115 minus 10 by 2 into 10. So again this 10 by 2 is a triangle. So we are getting here 2200 mm square. So we are having the formula for this K. We know that the formula for the angles back to back connected on the same side of the gusset plate, that is A1 plus KA2. So for finding the K, we are having the formula 5A1 divided by 5A1 plus A2. So this is the areas of the both leg. We are getting the value of K is 0.85. So the net area, that is A1 plus KA2. So by multiplying it, we are getting the area, that is 4381.86, and the strength of member, that is that area multiplied by 150, that is zero point 0.6 into Fy. So it is 657.27. Now the second case. So in second case, the condition is like this. Earlier the condition was like this, now the condition is like this. So the A net is A gross minus deduction for the rivet holes. So same way we are doing. So net area, that is gross area minus deduction for rivets. So we are having this gross area, that is 5164, sorry 04 5104 minus 2 into this 19.5 into 10, so that becomes 4714 mm square. So the strength of the member is 4714 into 150, that is 707.10 kilonewton. So this is the second case. Now if angles are not aggravated and they behave as a single angle connected to the gusset plate, so the both angle will behave like this condition. Obviously they are on the either side, but though they are not aggravated, so they behave like independent section. We'll see what will happen. So the area of connected lead, there is A1, again 2 into 150 minus 19.5 into 10 by 2 into 10, that is 2510, and the outstanding leg, that is A2, 2 into 115 minus 10 by 2 into 10, that is 2200. So obviously they are behaving like a single angle, so we are using this formula, that is K equals to 3A1 divided by 3A1 plus A2. So we are getting here 3 into 2510 divided by this 3 into 2510 plus 2200. So we are getting here 0.77 as a value. So the net area is A1, that is 2510 plus Ka2, that is this. So finally we are having the area 4212.56 mm square, and the strength becomes 631. So the capacity of a member is reduced by 75.215 kilonewton if the angles are not aggravated. So it was earlier it was 707 when they are tack riveted, but after we have removed the tacks or no tack riveting has been done, so it is 631. Now the next problem. A bridge truss diagonal carries a pull of 200 kilonewton. The length of the diagonal is 3 meter. Design a suitable section. The member connected to gusset plate 14 mm thick. Assume Fy equals to 250 Newton per mm square. So we know that the sigma it equals to 0.6 Fy. So zero point 0.6 of 250, we are getting 150 Newton per mm square as a sigma t. So net cross sectional area required is, that is P divided by sigma t. So P is the 200 kilonewton. So this 200 divided by 150 equals to this 1333.33 mm square. So we are increasing this area by 40%. So gross area increased, that is by 40%. So that becomes 1866.67. So first we are considering the single angle section. So assume the nominal diameter, that is phi equals to 20 mm, and gross diameter becomes 20 plus 1.5, that is 21.5. So we are trying ISA 100 by 10 from the steel table. So now area of the connected leg, that is A1 equals to 100 into 100 minus 21.5 minus 10 by 2 into 10. So we are getting here 735 mm square. that is the area of connected leg, and area of the outstanding leg, we are getting 100 minus 10 by 2 into 10, that is 950 mm square. So again we are having k, that is 3a1 divided by 3a1 plus a2. So we'll get the k equals to 0.69, and the net area becomes 735 plus 0.69 to 950. So it is 1398.96. So the strength of the member becomes this area multiplied by the sigma 80, that is 150. So that is 209.84 kilonewton, which is greater than 200 kilonewton. Hence the design is okay. So now we are going to take the check for the R minimum slenderness ratio. So for that we require R minimum, which is given in the this steel table. For the angle section, particularly for the angle section, we might have discussed earlier. For angle section, we are having this 4 axis, that is this xx, this yy. Again there are two more axes, that is uu and vv. Why this becomes so? So the reason behind it is we can put angle in all these four directions. Either we can put angle, I will explain with the help of this uh, unequal angle. So either we can put, suppose this is the unequal angle, this is the uh, length having more leg having more length, and this is having length leg. So we can put the angle like this, we can put the angle like this, again we can put the angle like this, and we can put the angle like this also. So if you observe, so this is the one axis, this can be the another axis, and this is the third and fourth axis. So because of this reason we are having the four axis to the particular angle, and this can bend about any of all these axes. So remember, this can bend along any of all these axes. So we have to consider all these axes. So again, moving to the problem. So the RVV is minimum, so we are taking it, that is 19.4. So L divided by R minimum, that is length is 3 meter, that is 3000 mm, divided by 19.4, which is 154.639, 154.639, which is lesser than 350, which is safe. Now we are trying, let us try the double section, that is stack riveted, placed on the same side of the gusset plate. Suppose this is the case, we are trying this section. So we'll try two ISA 70 by 50 by 8. We are trying 70 by 50 by 8, and this short leg is outstanding and long leg is connected. So the area will get, that is 1876. R is 14. R is 14 over here. So they provide 20 mm diameter bolts. Again, D is 21.5. D is 21.5. So the area of connected leg, that is A1 equals to 2 into 75 minus 21.5 minus 8 by 2 into 8, that is 792 mm square, and area of outstanding leg, that is A2, 2 into bracket 50 minus 8 by 2 into 8, that is 736 mm square. So again, that K, we are getting 5a1 divided by 5a1 plus a2. So by using this equation we'll get K is 0.84. So the net area provided, that is a1 plus ka2. So we are getting 1412.64 mm square. So the strength of the member, that is area into sigma at. So we are getting 211.89, which is greater than this 200. Hence design is the same. So again we are checking this thing, that is L by R equals to 3000 divided by 14. R is 14 over here. So that becomes 214.28, which is again lesser than 350. Hence design is okay. And now we are trying again the double angle, which is tack riveted on the opposite side of the gusset plate. Earlier it was on the one side, now we are trying it on the opposite side. So we'll try here 2 ISA 70 by 50 by 8. So we are having the formula for net area. Net area equals to gross area minus area of rivet. So gross area is 1876 minus 2 into this rivet hole, that is 21.5 into 8. We are assuming again the 20 diameter rivet over here. So we are getting the area 1532. So the strength becomes 1532 into sigma 80, that is 150. So that becomes 229.8. So this is greater than the 200 over here. So for economy, again we are reducing that section. So we are trying 70 by 45 by 8. So area is 1716. R is 21.9 mm, not the square, this is mm. So the net area, again gross area minus deduction for holes. So again we are deducting the holes from this area. So we are getting 1372 mm square. So the strength becomes 205.8, which is greater than 200. Hence it is safe. So we are taking the check for the slenderness ratio, that is L by R, which is 3000 divided by 21.9, that becomes 136.98, which is lesser than 350. Hence the condition is okay. So this is all for today's lecture. The references for today's lecture is Design of Steel Structure by S.K. Duggal and IS 800. Also the steel table we have used so much for this lecture. So in coming lecture we are going to see the tension splice and the problem on the tension splice. So thank you for today's lecture.